from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. In the playoffs, competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. Out quickly to Jeudy. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Taken down at the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
Chris Nagar now for the extra point. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped. from Jerry Jeudy. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
Not bad for a fourth-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Making that play behind the line was Justin Simmons. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down. Cousins now. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. Now a handoff to Chandler. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They run it with Chandler. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. From the red zone now, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 17 yards out. And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 7-7, our score after 1. 2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. That's going to be... Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, Cousins. He finds his man, complete. That's Chandler. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory. Stop. They go play action. Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Off the play fake, Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Brandon Powell, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 23. Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. Back deep, Brandon Powell. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last two drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Chandler. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Ball an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
He'll buy some time right. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action now. Cousins on the move to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Baron Browning coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. After the sack on first down, Cousins. He's got room at the 30. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson. 58 yards. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Taking it about the 1. On the return, Tremont Smith. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. And at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. To throw again on second down. Cousins. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now Cousins. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Back deep, Marquez Callaway. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our E8. All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Powell. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Chandler. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins to throw it. Completes it to Powell. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Being chased out left. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This one swung out to Williams. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. We talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. It wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Well, with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. On first down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. Down inside the 10. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap. Start right there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330 to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Williams will try again. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. On 3rd and goal, Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is confirmed.
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
DJ Jones able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Back near the goal line, Cousins. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. On play action, Cousins steps away. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Now Wilson on first down. Screen play set up for Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Out quickly to Jeudy. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. On first down, it's Chandler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. On 2nd down, it's Chandler. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but got this locked down, but that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. 2nd and 8 coming up. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. They're able to get this to Patrick. He will have the conversion and more than that. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Tim Patrick, 84 yards. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. What a spin. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
I love the look you just gave me because I know what you're thinking. If you're going to run towards the perimeter, you better either stay in bounds or get the first down or both. He did neither.
Imagine the looks he's getting right now from his team, from his coaches. They go over those scenarios all the time, and as you said, he did neither.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
One last shot for Wilson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.